Hello, welcome back. So today we are going to do the August tour of the garden. I'm starting on the west wall here, and you can see how glorious it is looking. I am ever so pleased with the phloxes. So this Phlox paniculata started off with one plant probably about 5 years ago, and it's just doubled and doubled and doubled, and it just does amazingly well in my garden. Really pleased with it. The only thing is you can barely see the roses behind. Now, I've not had much luck with the roses this year for whatever reason. I've got an Olivia Austin rose there. It's had a few blooms, none at the moment. They come very quickly and they go very quickly this year. At the back, you can just see that one. That one there is the Gentle Hermione, so it's a David Austin rose, and unfortunately it is kind of obscured by all the phloxes, so I need to think about this border for next year. Although I don't really want to change too much because I'm really happy with the way it looks. Lots of salvias. On my last video, my last tour, I mentioned the salvias. They have done amazingly well. Just a couple of plants from cuttings overwintered, and I took cuttings from cuttings, and this is the result. You'll see them throughout the garden. Really amazing plants. This year I will dig some out and place them in a frost-free area because they don't seem to survive the winter for me, although it's quite mild here. Also, I have here this lovely clematis. This is a Princess Diana, and it started off life probably about 9-10 inches last year, and this year it's just scrambled around in this bed, so I'm really pleased with that one. I have a Rebecca here. I'd like to get some more next year. Again, it's looking really pretty there, but I think I just need a couple more to join those. I also have a verbena here, lavender towers, recent purchase. The cosmos here has grown so tall. It's about 5 foot, but no flowers yet. Very strange year for cosmos. On this west side of my garden, I have this fuchsia Jenny. It has been in this position for a number of years. I will definitely be taking some cuttings of it because it comes back every year, although it does die back considerably. It does outperform for weeks and months from July all the way to now at the end of August, and it probably continue until the first frost. So it's a lovely fuchsia, so I will be doing some cuttings. So this section of the garden is actually fast becoming my favourite part of the garden, and the reason being is it just looks beautiful throughout the year. It gets larger and larger and larger. Those of you who are new to my channel will know that I love gardening with pots, and the main reason is I can move things around really easily and add and remove as and when I need to. So I'm sitting down on a small little step that I have here, just to look at everything that is here. This whole corner is really about the colour, shape and form of all the leaves that I have here. So I'll just point some of these out. So I have an elephant ears here, which is quite new. Somebody had given me some bulbs and they have taken. It'll probably die back in the winter, but I will lift the bulbs and store them, or I will lift the pot and store the pot somewhere. Of course, I've got the Musa Basio here, and at the top I've got a number of those. again, really happy in my garden. I've got lots of little plants here, which has come from one main plant, so each one has given me a couple of pups, which I then plant into little pots. I have here some ginger, which has yet to flower. Now, I had these gingers in quite bright sunlight and it wasn't doing well, because gingers typically like to be in dappled shade, so they're doing really well here now they've moved. I've also got a number of ferns which I've placed in pots. This one is a Japanese painted fern, I think. Let me find the label. I'm getting better at keeping my labels. So this one here is a Japanese painted fern. I'll try my very best to put the Latin name up, but you can just about see on the label. There we are. Really lovely. And again, this is a beautiful fern. You can just about see the different colour variations which tie in beautifully with this Salvia, which is new, and I will be placing that in a pot for next year. Also in this corner I've got lovely begonias here and here, which again are doing really well. So this is a begonia sterling moon, this one here, really nice. It has got little flowers which have yet to open, so I'm looking forward to that. And I've also have another begonia here, that one, and that one is called Space Stars Avior, that one, really nice. I also have the red canna, which is really nice, and again you can see the Canna Cleopatra, which is this one here, Canna Cleopatra, ties in beautifully with this canna here, which is really tall and has red flowers. So that's a Tropicana Black, that one. Again, this comes into the house over winter. I just cut most of the leaves back and then it makes a quite attractive house plant over the winter. And then I have some more cannas here. I have the Ever Red, which is this banana here. Again, you can see that it ties in beautifully, all the leaf colours here. And this one here is new. I'll just have a look at the name on that one. This one is Can Nova Bronze Orange. Again, I'm not growing these for the colour of the flowers really. It is just about the leaves, and that ties in beautifully. I have the begonias here. This is my favourite one, this one. Just lift that up. I think this is the Florence here. Really lovely. I think the dark one, this one here, is Funky Pink. And then some white. Got some more ferns here. This one's really attractive because it has slight red tinge to it. Very lovely. And this one is called, oh goodness, the Dahlia media fern. Interesting. Again, these will be kept in pots. Again, just to move things around every so often. So here we've got the Zenti di Chia, and it's a canna lily. white flowers. So the one at the back here, these green leaves, that's also canna lily, but this one does not have the white speckles like this one has. So this was very desirable for me. Again, the different leaf colour and slight different shape, because it has a lovely flowy leaf, this beautiful curve. I also have the black coral here, and that goes beautifully with that banana as well, this one. So I've got two of those. And then I also have this colocasia here, which is the Hawaiian punch, that one. Really pretty stems. So from up in the deck you can see the whole of this area together, and I just absolutely love the colour, shape and form of all the leaves put together. It's just really cohesive, beautiful. I shall try and replicate this again next year, because it really does make me very, very happy. So the sun has gone in now, so we are just approaching the evening, and I have all my dahlias along here, along with some other plants. They're doing quite well. This dahlia here in front is a mystery dahlia, no idea, still has not opened, so I can't wait to find out which this one is. I attended a fair recently and bought a number of dahlias. Each box unfortunately got all the dahlias mixed up, so what I was purchasing was not what was in the box. So I've had a number of surprises, like this orange one here. I'm not sure about the name of this one. I'm doing a little bit of research to try and find out what that one is called. If you know, let me know. Really beautiful though. It's not a colour that I would have picked, but actually this one here does tie in with some of the others that I have. I love this one, rhubarb and custard, which is starting to fade. There it is. Really beautiful. I've got quite a lot of mould now growing on the leaves of the dahlia, so I have moved some of them down off the deck, only because it really just does not look very attractive. But everything is still blooming beautifully. I love these. It is a Serenity, really lovely. And of course, Dad's favourite here, very pretty. Sometimes the simplest dahlias are very joyful, very pretty. This one's facing the other way. Let's look around. Another pretty one. Again, no idea what it's called, but I will try and find out each and every one at some point, because I'm hoping to store these over winter, and then I'm going to be super brave next year and actually plant some of them into the ground. So we're now over at the pond. I have a pink china colocasia and seti, some Phatsias at the back, Phlox. I love Phlox, and this one here I have already cut back, so this is its second flush, so it does really pay to cut back the dead flowers close down to the next growing leaf, and they will come back and give you a second flush. Love this begonia, beautiful white begonia. I will do my best to see it through the winter. This dahlia, one I do know, the Duke of Edinburgh, really lovely. White dahlia, again, very pretty. Pom-pom dahlias. the anime there, very tall, very prolific. It is contained in this box here because it does spread quite a bit. This is very pretty. It's a bridal veil, and I will put up the Latin name on there, but very, very pretty. Tiny little white flowers, and I have it hanging here. I don't think it's frost hardy, so I will bring it in because it is tender. So we have my fern bed here. I'm not going to dwell on the ferns because everybody who has joined me on previous videos will know how much I love these ferns. So I'll try not to say too much on those, except if you don't have ferns in your shady area, you should. My acers here have grown so much that in the next couple of months I will be cutting these back, probably in the February. Got some little seedlings growing here on the mulch. I'll try and dig them out and put them in the borders. And lovely Fatsia, again spider's web. And then this clematis has grown quite a bit, but has not given me any flowers on this side, but I did discover some had been growing all the way through my hydrangea lace cap. So here's the flower. I will put the name of this clematis because it's escaped me at the moment. But again, it just goes to show that it needs to have its head in the sun and the roots in the shade. So I will be moving this in the November to a new location. So this trough here is usually outside my shed, but there was some very heavy rain and some wind and it collapsed. So I've just placed it here now until the flowers die back, and I usually dig some of these up and place them in a frost-free area so that they come back next year. This is a recent project. I have started to plant those plants that like shade or dappled shade here. Now this border coming up, I've got some new anime here, really lovely. It is a serenade. I think this whole area needs a bit more thought next year because it doesn't have all year round interest. There's some spaces here that don't flower until I have an aster just here, nice purple aster, but that hasn't flowered yet. The roses this year have not been great. So I've got Rachel's Joy there, which is beautiful. There's still some buds here and some new ones growing, but they haven't all come out at the same time. It's been light buds every so often. Again, I have my Salvia amnestad, which is in a pot. Because I pulled out some plants from there and I've just placed the pot there for a little while. I have a Love and Wishes pink, and I have a Salvia amnestad pink here. So you can see the purple and the pink here side by side. I've never had the pink, so I'm hoping it will perform just as well as the purple. So the agapanthus is now finished, so I'm going to be cutting these heads off soon. Again, a lovely display of the Salvia amnestad. As I said earlier today in this video, I had a few cuttings over winter, and then I took cuttings from the cuttings, and it has just done so well this year. Really, really outstanding performance. It's got a couple of little hanging baskets here, which I've done projects on before, so that was a project. You can catch that video on my channel. And then this is where the window box has fallen off. I've replaced it with a much lighter and smaller one. I have to paint the shed and I'll plant that up in the springtime. So this bed here, I've got a lot of kaname here. I'll put the name up of that plant. Salvias, again love and wishes, but a deeper purple. Salvias all the way along. Some other salvias. I've cut some of the heads off and they've given me a second flush of flowers, really lovely. A region which I have recently planted. I've not had this before and I'm hoping that it self-seeds and does really well in this corner. I have lots of pots here and there. These are plants that I've pulled out from other areas and they're in temporary pots until the spring. And now we're back round to where we started at the beginning. So now that the sun has gone in, it really gives a different view to where we started. I do hope you've enjoyed the August walk around today, and I do hope you subscribe and hit the bell button to be notified for my next videos. Thank you so much for joining. Please do leave any comments and I hope you will join me next time.